There are 5 characters central to the funny, intricately woven plot of The Importance of Being Earnest. The first is Jack Worthing. Jack's background provides the play with its mystery and plot conflicts, which start and end with his name. Jack leads a double life. He goes by the name of Ernest when he's in town, and by Jack when he's in the country. Although he thinks he's invented Ernest, at the end of the play, he learns that Ernest is actually his real name. Jack's character is rife with contradictions. Jack is, by his own account, habitually dishonest. He even apologizes for telling the truth. On the other hand, he takes his country responsibilities seriously, including his guardianship of Cecily. He is enraged at Algernon's deceptions when it comes to courting Cecily, but seemingly forgets he's done the same thing. Algernon Moncrieff is a privileged idler and a dandy, a young upper-class man who lives for pleasure, does not work, and moves from one social venue to another. He's also clever and inventive, having created an imaginary sick friend named Bunbury, whom he uses as an excuse to avoid unpleasant or unwanted social obligations. Algernon mocks social conventions, but ends up falling in love at first sight with Cecily Cardew. Algernon's actions drive the plot. It is Algy who listens in on Jack telling Gwendolyn where he lives and shows up there. It is Algy who pretends to be Ernest so he can meet and court Jack's ward, Cecily. Gwendolyn Fairfax is a shallow and conventional young woman, a well-indoctrinated product of conventional upper-class Victorian society. Gwendolyn seems sure of herself and sure of what she wants in life, sometimes in comic fashion. She wants love, but is obsessed with the idea of marrying someone named Ernest. Wooed by Jack, who uses the name Ernest, she appears smart and sophisticated, but only superficially. Cecily Cardew is the granddaughter of Thomas Cardew, who adopted Jack. She is quite sheltered, having spent her life in the country rather than in the city, and is chafing under Jack's rules and Miss Prism's tutelage. She's so obsessed with the idea of bad boy Ernest, Jack's fictional brother, that when Algernon, playing said brother, says he loves her and wants to marry her, Cecily reveals that they've already been engaged for 3 months. She's created an elaborate fantasy solely based on Jack's accounts. And like Gwendolyn, she's fixated on being in love with a man named Ernest. Lady Bracknell is the voice of authority and speaks with all the haughty self-righteousness of the conventional Victorian upper-class matron. An expert at social interactions, she is brash, interfering, greedy, and snobbishly conservative. She expects to be served and obeyed, and she is. One of her primary interests is to secure a suitable, meaning rich and well-connected, husband for her daughter Gwendolyn.